Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, it'll be all about hair. In this video, I went ahead and decided to make a wig for myself. It's been a long time since your girl has made her own wig, but I think I did a pretty good job. I just got to keep practicing. But as far as I'm concerned, I love this hair. So let's just go ahead and hop into the video. So the hair is from Klaiyi, whatever. It's a really good brand, I will say that. It came with a wig cap, needles. I got two 24s, a 20 and an 18-inch closure, and it's the Brazilian body wave, and I love it. And it looks really, really good. It's really good quality, so I'm not mad at it at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and bleach the knots. I'm gonna use a 40 developer and the Kaleidoscope bleaching powder. You can get this from Sally's or any local beauty supply store that's in your area. And I'm gonna use this little brush in a bowl. And I'm gonna go ahead and mix it. I barely had any bleaching powder, but I didn't need a lot anyway because I'm just bleaching the knots. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix it up. And you wanna mix it pretty thick. It was a little bit thin. It was kind of like cake batter, but I wasn't too upset with it because when I bleached my knots, it didn't seep through the hair. You want this mix to be pretty thick because if it's too watery, it will seep through the closure and it will bleach the actual hair. And you don't want that. You just want the knots bleached. So that's how it looks, and it looks pretty good. That's not super thin like I thought it would be. So that's the closure, and I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and spread it as much as possible all over the closure, and you want it completely covered and opaque. And then I'm gonna go ahead and let it sit for about 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna wash it out with my Shimmer Light shampoo because it will leave like a brassy orange look, and you kind of don't want that. You want to go ahead and tone it with that toner shampoo. So yeah, I went ahead and did that and kind of killed two birds with one stone. I washed the bundles and washed out the color on the bleaching of the knots. So yeah, it wasn't that bad. Look at that scalp. So I'm not mad. Now, placing this closure, I don't know how some of y'all place frontals and make frontal wigs because this was a hassle for me. If this was a few years ago, it would have been nothing. But I'm used to using a styrofoam head, not a canvas head. But I love the canvas head more than the styrofoam head, trust me, because the canvas head is more like a person's head and you want to get your head size. And I think this is a 22. So I'm very happy that I got it. So I went ahead and did a little bit of the closure, and I'm just looping and pulling that through as tight as possible because, honey, you want your closure to be flat. Those stitches need to be close to one another. You do not want the stitches to be too far apart. If so, your closure will be bubbly and bulky, and you don't want that, sis, at all. So I saw this method on YouTube, and whoever came up with this is a genius. I don't know why I didn't think of this 2 years ago when I was making wigs for myself. Create a guideline on your wig cap. I've never used a mesh wig cap before. This is my first time using a mesh wig dome cap. Usually I use like a regular size dome cap, but this is the bomb. And I'm spacing the lines. You see my thumb, like a thumb space apart from one another. So I love the mesh dome cap because A, your hair can breathe and it's not as hot. So I don't know why I didn't think of this 2 years ago, but so far I love this dome cap and I love this method. Now I do have to do some more, practicing because I did a good job at placing the lines, but as I got to the top, I really didn't know exactly what to do. But it still came out good. So this is a 24-inch bundle, and I'm going to do the double weft method. I'm going to double my wefts and go ahead and take my T-pins and pin it together so I can get started because y'all, I don't want the hair in the way. So those T-pins really come in handy when sewing on your bundles. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started, and I'll see y'all kind of halfway through me making the wig. So as you see, I'm just looping and pulling, and those stitches are close together. That is so important that your stitches are close together, because like I said, you don't want your wig to be lumpy at all. That is not cute. So you just want to take that needle, wrap it around, and pull. That's the method I use. If you guys know another method, comment down below and let me know. Like I said, this is the first time in a while that I've made my own wig. So I want to do some more practicing, and I want to make my own wigs because it's affordable. I believe that, you know, if I can learn how to do it myself, I'm going to do it versus paying somebody to do it. And I had someone who made my wigs, and she's the bomb. I love her, but I just wanted to go ahead and make it myself. Save me some money in my pocket. You feel me? So I'm just going to go ahead and cut that because I want the front to be flat anyway. I could have flipped it over, but it would have been bulky right there. So now at the very top, you take your track, and this is a single width this time. Take your track and you want to sew it into the closure, if that makes any sense. Because you want that to be flat and you want that part to be secure because that's the most visible. And I just take that and I wrap it around, and I just go ahead and pull it. And I make sure it's close together, y'all. Please don't space your stitches apart, because I'm telling you, your wig will be lumpy. And actually, your wig can fall apart, believe it or not. I've had wigs fall apart on me where I had to, you know, restitch and do all of that, and it wasn't cool. Unfortunately, I lost the clip where I was finishing the wig, but it's pretty repetitive. It's the same method and same routine. So yeah, guys, that's the end of this video. I'm just kidding. No, it's not. Please don't click out. But I'm gonna go ahead and this is the end of like me making the wig, but I still got a lot of work to do. Okay, so I have to cut the excess fabric material right there. You know, cut all that off the cap. Yeah, cut that off. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start plucking. Now listen, I have had a wig 2 years ago, and when I tell y'all, your girl overplucked, I overplucked, and it looked like Moses parted the Red Sea. So this time I refuse to make that mistake again, okay? So after watching plenty of videos and doing a lot of research, I know how to properly pluck. So right there in the front, it's super thick, and I don't want that. I want it to be as natural as possible, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just pluck. And when plucking your wigs, never pluck in the wrong spot for too long. Pluck sporadically, and it'll look more natural. You see that? That's how you want it to look. You don't want it to look bald and over-plucked, because that would not be cute. And I plucked the actual hairline just a little bit because it was a lot of hair, and I was like, some of you gotta go. So I went ahead and parted even more at the top, just a little bit, and I plucked some of the hair because, like I said, I wanted it to be as flat as possible and as natural as possible. So now I'm gonna go ahead and pluck the part. The part was pre-plucked when I ordered the hair, which helps me and gives me a guide. I'm not really there yet to have a free part closure. I've tried that before and I overplucked because I didn't have any type of guidance. So in the meantime, when I order my closures, I'm gonna have them pre-plucked, and then I can kind of go ahead and make it how I want it to be, if that makes sense, because I don't want no overplucked closure no more. I did that 2 years ago, and it was a silk-based closure. Oh man, I tore it up. So that little part right there, now that's the spot I kind of want to focus on because it's kind of makes it look crooked. I don't want it to be too perfect, but I still want it to be natural. So I'm going to focus on that just a little bit. And when you feel like you need to stop, stop, because It's better to underpluck than overpluck. Trust me. Because once you overpluck, you can't put nothing back. That's it. That is over, honey. So I'm going to go ahead and comb that out. And that's a whole lot better than before because, yeah, that was pretty bad. So now I got the wig on and I'm going to do my band. That's kind of what's around my neck. How I measure my band is with like the arches of my eyebrows because that's where the closure is. So that's kind of where you want your band to be. You want it to be right there. I tried doing like marking on the wig cap where it would be, but as I kept going, I realized I really didn't need to do that. So now I'm going to take the band. This is what you do not do. Do not take your band, put it at your points, and just think to yourself, oh, this is where I'm supposed to cut. This is how it's supposed to be. No. You take that on one side and you pull it as tight as you want it to be. Not too tight to the point where your head hurt when you wear your wig. Because I've had a wig before and it was way too tight because the band was pulled too tight when it was made. So you want to pull it as tight as you want to your liking, and that's where you cut, and that's how you do the band. Do not just take the band, put it at one of your touch points, and then wrap it around the other touch point and think you're good. No, it needs to be tight so it can have some resistance when you put the wig on. So that's where I'm going to cut it. Now, at first, I glue gunned the band to my wig, and I was like, I don't feel secure with this. I'm finna sew this on. So I did not film that clip. I'm sorry, y'all. If you want to see how I sewed the band on, comment down below. It's pretty easy, but if you still want to see it, just let me know. And this hair looks really good. I went ahead and blow dried the hair. So now I'm gonna cut the lace. This was pretty hard. I'm laughing because I was watching something, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut the lace. I didn't have a razor. I see people use like razor blades, and I'm just not comfortable with that because Talisha will cut herself, and Talisha is very clumsy. So I just went ahead and used some hair scissors and kind of wiggled it a little bit, you know, to cut the lace, but it wasn't too hard. And I just, you know, keep going and going, and bam, that's it. She's free. Now, this is a few days later of me curling the hair. I wore the hair a couple days so I could see how well the hair behaved. I didn't want to do a hair review and wig tutorial for you guys, and the hair was trash. I wanted to give the hair a chance to prove itself to me so I can really give y'all an honest review on this hair. Now it's been about a week since I've had it, and it is amazing hair. It does not, you know, fizz up or mat up on the back of my neck. It holds a curl. This is the Brazilian body wave. It holds a curl, y'all. It curls really, really well. It's super soft, and I really like it, and it doesn't shed one bit, and it's super affordable. I was a little nervous because it was an AliExpress brand, but I've watched a couple of YouTubers talk about this hair, and I've been subscribed to their channels, and I trust their judgment. And I'll link those channels down below. I think Ms. Rosh Posh did a hair review, and Ivy League Styles did a hair review on Klaiyi. And they are really, really, you know, trustworthy YouTubers. So when they said it was good, I was like, let me go ahead and try it, and I trust their judgment. So now I'm gonna take some spritz and go ahead and use that to tame those flyaways. Don't be afraid to use a little bit of spritz, y'all. I know that's real old school 90s, but sometimes spritz can be your friend, okay? So I went ahead and laid that flat down with my rat tail comb, and I combed it to make sure it was super flat. And you don't want to pluck too far back, so that way you won't have no hair to cover your track. So, you know, I think I did pretty good with this one, okay, y'all? I think I did pretty good. I'm going to take a little bit more and go ahead and just flatten that out. Now I'm gonna take my Garnier Sleek and Shine holding spray, and I'm spraying it in my hand just like I did the spritz. And I'm just gonna flatten that out a little bit more and make sure it is sleek and shining. But yeah, this hair, y'all, is the bomb. And I'm gonna do it old school, get my curling iron and go ahead and flatten that. Little tip, pro tip, always use ceramic curling irons and flat irons because this titanium will snag on your hair. Real hair or weave, it'll snag. You don't want that. Ceramic only, sis. So yeah, that is pretty much the end of this video. I really wanted y'all to see how long this hair is. Look at that. This is the longest I've ever had. These are the longest bundles I've ever had, and I have to get used to them, but I actually really like it. I think it's super cute for the fall because it's cold, so the more hair, the merrier, honey. But I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm really feeling this hair. All of the information on this hair will be linked in the description box down below. And yeah, remember, this hair is from Klaiyi Hair, and it is the bomb. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you want to see more looks, if you want to see me color hair or anything like that. It's very rare that I color hair. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.